Hello, 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 hello. It is me, that divination witch, and I hope you're doing well. Now I'm here to talk about, again, my favourite person ever, Hecate. And I've spoke about symbolism on this channel before, and I'm going to speak about it some more. And that is Hecate and the symbolism of torches. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you don't know who I am, hello. My name's Sarah and I go by that divination witch. I started on TikTok posting readings and I've branched out here onto YouTube, sharing my story, sharing information I've learned along the way, and I try and be as down to earth and practical as possible with it. If you like that sort of thing, please subscribe. And I've also got a link tree below where you can find my Etsy store. I offer readings, and I've also got a Patreon service where I also offer readings, as well as hints and tips on deity work. If you're interested, please check it out. Thank you. Hecate is a very complex goddess, and I can talk about her until the cows come home. She is amazing. She's a multifaceted being. She is the dark feminine, the divine feminine. She's an enigma. You can't really pin her down. I've worked with her for years, and I've explained this time and again on my channel, and I'll probably continue to, that for all I've worked with her and worshipped her for years now, I may start to think that I know her, and then suddenly she throws me a curveball and it's like, oh, I didn't know that about you, Mum. She's always coming up with new things about herself and presenting information about herself. But today I'm going to talk about one of her symbols, and that is torches. And when I say torches, well, it's more the light, the light at the end of the tunnel. Hecate throughout history is known as a torchbearer. She is often depicted in ancient history, in ancient artworks, as a lady holding two torches. One of the most famous stories of her and her torches is the story of Persephone. And I've talked about Persephone as well before on my channel. But Persephone, in a nutshell, she was taken away by Hades from her mother Demeter, and Hecate helped Demeter find Persephone. Because Hecate is a goddess of the liminal space, that means the space between life and death, the space between realms, she could freely move from our world to the underworld, to the spirit, to wherever. So she frequents the underworld, and Persephone was there, and so she helped Demeter find her daughter. And within that famous story, she's often depicted with her torches. If we are to take mythology the way I take mythology, not literal, but as a parable, then Hecate is the symbolism as the light at the end of the tunnel, the hope, the guide. And she is known as a guide. She is a psychopomp. A psychopomp is kind of a grim reaper archetype. She's a guide of the dead, taking them to where they need to go in the afterlife. She guides souls to where they need to go, but she also guides humans. So like Santa Claus, I know this sounds ridiculous, but like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus, he guides the sleigh, his red nose, his shining light. Well, Hecate's torches guide us all, not just Santa at Christmas, but she guides us to where we need to be. And where we need to be isn't always what we want, but what we need and what we want are two different things, you know, and she will get us there. She will get us there with her torches. This is a little bit UPG, but I'm going to talk about a famous statue. One that you have probably seen, and if you haven't, have you lived under a rock? You may not have seen it in real life, but you've at least seen it in movies, and that is the Statue of Liberty. Now, I'm fortunate enough that I've actually seen this in person. I did a trip to New York in 2018 by myself as well, may I add, because I was going through a phase of travelling and I thought, no, F it. There was something in me that was like, life is too short, I'm going to go see this. You know, I wanted to see it with my own eyes, and I did. Little did I know, it was Hecate, and it was Hecate guiding me. Lady Liberty is a big figure in American history and American culture as a whole, I suppose. Now, she is the guide to people coming into America. I mean, back in the day when there were immigrants coming into America from Ireland and places, famously they passed through to Ellis Island in New York, where Lady Liberty is located. And what does Lady Liberty look like? Hecate, with her torch and her crown. She is the light. She is guiding people to a better future, which is what they were promised back then by emigrating to America. And I am fortunate enough as well to have seen Hecate's statue in Rome, or Trivia as she is known to the Romans, who I've also spoke about on this channel, but the resemblance is uncanny. This is totally UPG. Do I think Hecate is Lady Liberty? No. But do I think Lady Liberty could be an aspect of Hecate? Yes. Lady Liberty is, believe it or not, an egregore. She is a goddess in her own right. It may sound crazy, but hear me out. Months and months ago now, I did a deity confirmation for one of my customers, and this sticks in my head because Lady Liberty came through for them. I was astounded. She came through as a full-blown goddess, and that doesn't shock me because even ancient Britain has Britannia, or I think it's called Britannia or Brigantia, or sorry if I've said the own goddess's name wrong, but we have a patron goddess, and a lot of countries do have a patron god. I mean, the Morrigan, one of the most famous, strong warrior women, is a patron of Ireland, you know? So it doesn't shock me that America, although a young country by European standards and the rest of the world standards, has their own goddess, and that is Lady Liberty. And the idea of Lady Liberty, when I did this reading for someone, she actually came from a French idea. Now, the statue itself was a gift from the French to the Americans, but there was something I remember reading about Lady Liberté or something to do with the French Revolution. There was something in it. Look it up, guys. Look up Lady Liberty as an American figurehead. You will see it was literally mind-blowing. So in that regard, yeah, they are linked. But I'm getting off the point a little bit. Hecate is known as being a torchbearer because she is that guiding light. And whether it's Hecate standing there next to New York City or whether it is Lady Liberty, Hecate is helping people to this day. She doesn't need all this recognition, even though I give her a lot of recognition, but I feel like she really is the silent type, and that is her namesake as well. Her name, Hecate, means she who works from afar, and I'll talk about this at some point some more on my channel, but she seriously helps humanity in more ways than we realise. You know, she never left, never. The old gods never left. And they influence everything we do to this day. So let me know what you think. So Hecate, yes, torchbearer, our guiding light, our hope. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, stay safe and stay witchy. Bye bye.